Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is the Fantasy Baseball Podcast. It is me, Joey P, Joe Pizzapia, and today it's our final mock draft episode of draft season, Mock Draft 5.0, to see what we've learned. We've already had some adjustments to rosters these last few days, so that's going to impact this draft certainly. And it got me thinking, what's better than one Joe on the show? Two Joes. That's right. Joe Bond is joining us today from Fantasy Six Pack. Of course, you know him on the Twitter machine at F6P_Joe. He is a top 5 ranker 4 times here at Fantasy Pros. My goodness, who better to do this mock draft with? Joe, from one Joe to another. It's great to have you back on the program, and I'm excited to finish this last mock draft with you and then start the real season next week.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, man, I don't disagree with you, man. What better way to finish off all of your shows with two Joes, man?
Yeah, it's the Joe Super Pack, baby. I love it. Let's go. I mean, the 1-1 and the 1-2 of Joe's right there. You, of course, being the 1-1. I'm the 1-2. But Joe's also doing double duty today. He's got dad duty. He's got the little one watching Disney Plus, I think. So he's basically has 1 hour, which tells you why the Draft Wizard is so special, because we can knock out mock drafts so quickly. And I encourage all of you out there to do the same at fantasypros.com/draftwizard. Today, we're going to be using our multi-user draft software as we always do, but there's the mock draft lobby. You can go in and get in drafts. You can use the multi-user draft software to send links to friends, so you can all join together into one. You can do ones with strangers. You can do ones on your own. There's so many different options for you to run these simulations. They're quick, they're easy, they're educational. That's the most important thing, and to get you ready and prepared for your actual drafts you've got coming up probably this weekend. This is the weekend to be drafting, so I'm sure everyone's got a whole lot of drafts going through these next few days. And again, that's at fantasypros.com/draftwizard. And don't forget, you can watch the draft live on our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/fantasyprosmlb. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, click that notifications bell, and don't forget, leading off is going to be happening Monday through Friday every single day. Baseball for your face, for your ears, with me, the Welsh, and our lovable cast of characters here at Fantasy Pros. And if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you might as well win some free stuff. So go to fantasypros.com/contest. Again, that's MLB contest, pardon me. fantasypros.com/MLB contest to get that Austin Riley autographed jerseys. One of our subscribers is going to win, thanks to our good pals at pristineauction.com. So, Joe, today we're going to run a little 5x5. We're going to go back. We did Points League last week. We've done 6x6. We've run all these different simulations, but now it's time to get back to basics for everybody one last time. And just as you are approaching these real drafts coming up this weekend, I'm sure you've had a bunch of drafts already. What's the big thing that you've noticed in terms of either guys climbing up drafts or guys falling in terms of value? What's the biggest trend that you've noticed over the last week or two?
I think the biggest trend I've noticed is some of these guys that got signed late really started getting boosted up. So we've seen Chris Bryant really climb in drafts. We've seen some of these guys also that have gotten injured lately, like Luis Castillo, that are probably going to fall. Chris Sale plummeted like a rock, obviously, for good reason. And then you're going to notice some of these guys who are getting a little bit of helium late. Mitch Keller, the shortstop from Houston, blanking on his name right now, but excuse me, these guys are getting some helium and getting drafted earlier and earlier because, as the talk gets there, people get more excited, right? You're like, oh, well, I have to get him, right? And so it's like, I got to go beat everybody else in my draft. And they're just going to get snatched up earlier and earlier. I've been lucky enough to get, at least some of these guys like Alejandro Kirk and things like that. Near the end rounds of some best balls lately, but I had not had the chance to take them in any of the kind of standard 5x5s yet. I've been outreached.
Well, we've noticed the Joe Adell stock going up. We've noticed. We were talking about just the other day, Welsh and I were talking about that one. We talked about the Bobby Witt Jr. stock soaring. It was already at a good price to start. Now it's like, you got to pay the premium now to get him. And look, we've seen guys have great springs and then kind of fall their face in April. So we'll see if some of those hot springs carry over. And hopefully they do for some of this young talent in the major leagues. Today, once again, 5x5. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to go from the one spot and you're going to go from the 12 spot here. And just to, kind of map it out for everybody, it's the standard 5x5. So we got batting average in there, saves, wins, your typical 5x5, what you got here. And also we're going to have the corner spots back. So we're going to bring that back today with the middle infield spots. We're going to have 5 active outfielders. We're going to just have 9 open pitcher spots. So we're going to leave things open in philosophy here. If people want to go heavy closers, they can. If people want to go heavy starting pitching, they can. So we're going to leave that open. No mandatory RP spots today for this draft. And we're not going to do bench either. You guys know what to do with the bench. You take your shots on the guys that we've been recommending. Now, I've been going Juan Soto at the top whenever I can. But for today, just for today, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to listen to the draft wizard. And I'm going to take Trey Turner, and we're going to see how things go here. So I am officially on the clock, starting things off. So I will take Turner at the 1. I took the top player. I got the big check out the guns from the draft wizard, which is always a good sign, I think. Then we continue on. Vlad Guerrero Jr. goes second, then Juan Soto, Jose Ramirez, Garrett Cole, Bo Bichette, Bryce Harper, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Corbin Burns, Shohei Ohtani, and then Joe Bond is up with the 12th pick and the turn at 2. So, Joe, what are you looking at here?
So I really like some Kyle Tucker here. Get a little bit of speed. The batting average is going to be pretty nice. Home runs, are going to be there too. Good all-around player here. Right. I really like Trout too, but I still am super worried that he can stay healthy.
And Acuna's still there too, Joe.
Yeah, with him not probably playing the whole first month, I'm going to hold off on that one. And I know I'm not going to get him back, but I'm going to take him. And then on the backside here, I really want one of these elite pitchers here because I know they're just not coming back to me. So I'm looking at the pitchers here. And to where, it's both guys that are pretty, they can be injury risks here, but I'm going to go with Jake DeGrom. He's really showed this spring, and, he's just one of the elite. So I like starting off that way.
So you're willing to take the shot on DeGrom here, despite last year's struggles over Scherzer, who a little bit of durability issue last year, but overall much better durability the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, Scherzer's had some neck issues here off and on too, so he's not totally out of the woods. He's an older pitcher also, so and I for one know as somebody who's got neck issues, right? They can come and ruin you pretty quick. So
us old guys know. They know what happened. All right. Going through the rest of the draft here, after DeGrom, we got Mike Trout, then Devers. At 2-4, Acuna goes, then 2-5, Max Scherzer. Walker Buehler, Woodruff. The pitching run happened. Luis Robert didn't make it to me. Machado, Albies, Tatis. I wanted Albies. That did not happen. So I'm going to go ahead with the 5 active outfielders, make sure I grab at least one good one I like right here. So Jordan Alvarez is going to make it to my team. So starting off with the power guy and then the speed guy with Trey Turner. Now I'm going to shift gears to the pitching market here. This is tricky. Shane Bieber is kind of that top lift here. I prefer Bieber over Wheeler, over Urias. I don't love the win totals here. So I could go there, or I could continue to build the offense, which is also something that I'm strongly considering. I don't love first base. I love the power of Matt Olson there. He is very appealing to me in this spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to draft Matt Olson. I'm going to wait on pitching and see if I can make this pitching work for me, because it was a huge run there in the second round. Rather than buy into it, I'm going to wait and see if I can double up in the next 2. We'll see if that strategy pays off. We'll find out. Stay tuned for more right here on the Mock Draft Show. Just kidding. No commercials. So after Matt Olson goes to me, you have Teoscar Hernandez, Shane Bieber, Zach Wheeler, Aaron Judge, Aaron Nola, everyone named Aaron. Then Starling Marte, Julio Urias, Robbie Ray at the 309, 310 Xander Bogaerts, 311 Sal Perez, Joe Bond for the 312.
Yeah, so a guy that I'm looking at here, and it's more positional depth here. I kind of want to grab a short and a third baseman here. I know it's a little early, but I tend to not like the drop off at those 2 positions. My rankings have Tim Anderson higher, I think, because of batting average, but I think overall with the stats and stuff, I'm going to go Trevor Story. And then over on third base side here, I really like Chris Bryant's landing spot, but I can't do it over Austin Riley.
Well, he does have that position flexibility. I just took him in the last draft we had, and I got to tell you, when you have that flexibility with Bryant, you really are allowing the draft to come to you after that. So I don't hate this pick here.
That is a good point. I'm
not trying to talk you in. I don't want to coerce you, Joe, but I do believe that there's merit to that, and I was able to see it play out firsthand last time.
Yeah, I you know what? I have done it in drafts already. I have taken him over Riley, but here I think I'm just going to take Riley, and we'll see what happens. It is what the tools suggest. So let's use
I like Austin Riley pick. I would take Austin Riley over him.
And apparently he's got first base eligibility.
Well, it depends on the league format.
Yeah, so I'm going to move him to third just for sakes of doing this.
I think that would be a very smart move. Austin Riley selected at 4-1. So the rest of the fourth round, Cedric Mullins, Lindor, Marcus Semien, Tim Anderson, Liam Hendricks, Castellanos. Nice pick up there, 4-7, 4-8. Wander Franco, Whit Merrifield, Josh Hader. So the closers go. Byron Buxton goes 4-11. So my evil plan worked. Somehow I ended up with Lucas Giolito. I like you. Joey Happy right here. Just exactly who I wanted to come back to me. It did. Now I could take his rotation mate here, Lance Lynn. I could take Max Fried, Sandy Alcantara, Freddie Peralta. I got lots of choices here on the pitching side. I've already got the first base situation handled there, so I think I'm going to pass on Goldschmidt. I'm just going to take the guy that I believe in the most, and he's going to get a ton of wins this year. It's my dude. It's Freddie Peralta. So Giolito and Peralta. I'm good with this, man. I will go to war with these two. I got lucky, perhaps, but I'm very happy with how this worked out. I took the chance, and sometimes you're good getting in on the run, and sometimes when you see everybody take a pitcher in that second round, it's good to wait because chances are they're not going to double up again. As you go through after Sandy Alcantara, Pete Alonso, Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado at 5-5, 5-6, Eloy Jimenez, great pickup there, Corey Seager, Kevin Gossman, Ketel Marte, George Springer, Alex Bregman, great value at 5'11". That was a guy who was going in the early second round last year. Joe Bond for 5'12" and 6'1".
Yeah, so you know what? I really want one of these top closers this year, and I'm going to go with where'd he go? I'm going to run out of time here, aren't I?
Where'd he go? Where's that plucky closer?
I'm going to go with Iglesias, and I know I want one safe guy in a saves-only format for sure. So I'm going to take my stab there. And then I know it's suggesting a bunch of pitchers for me here, but I also like taking Tyler O'Neill. Also got some speed, got some pop, so I'm going to go Tyler O'Neill.
All right. Tyler O'Neill is somebody I was considering there, but I was like, I got to get my two pitchers.
Well, it gives me, now I've got three guys. They're not like elite steal guys, but Story, Tucker, and O'Neill. Like, right. I'm going to sprinkle in the saves because I missed on, obviously, the J-Ram and the Turner like you got. This makes it so I don't have to go possibly draft like a Miles Straw later, who kind of is a negative in a ton of other categories. But we'll see. I've also done that, too, even getting a bunch of these guys just to put me over the top.
There's lots of different approaches. That's why we're doing this, to show everybody. Arozarena, Altuve, Jorge Polanco, Chris Bryant doesn't make it to me. Then Jose Abreu, JT Realmuto, Charlie Morton, Lance Lynn, Will Smith, not the one who's doing the slapping, the one who's doing the pitching, the catching rather, excuse me, for the Dodgers. 6'11", Jose Barrios, which brings me up to 6'12". Looking around here at the board, Max Fried, another really good pitcher still out there. He is very intriguing to me right now. I do think I want a little bit more power. That's what I'm looking for right now. So I'm going to take JD Martinez with one of these picks. Again, this is 5 active outfielders. So outfielders go pretty crazy here. Brian Reynolds, another one that I really want to take here. But do I want to wait on more pitching? Oh, Max Fried has been so good. This is tough here. I think I'm going to continue just dominate in the outfield. So give me another one here. I'm going to go ahead and take Brian Reynolds. I just can't say no to Brian Reynolds. I'll make up the pitching later. I got a plan. We'll see what happens.
Very, very good. No, I'm with you, man. I'm all for kind of hanging back on pitching. There's a lot of guys in the middle who are gonna hit. And especially with middle infield, for me, like that's where I want to go and get some of these guys.
Take the shots,
and what pick are we on? We're on pick 84.
We're in the 7th. Yeah. So Max Fried, Logan Webb, Javi Baez, Brandon Lau at 7-5, then Franmil Reyes, the Franimal, Luis Castillo at 7, then 8, Chris Sale, then we have Mondesi, Musgrove, and Montas back to back. That's got to hurt. Musgrove was another guy I was strongly considering there. So Joe Bond, you're on the clock for 7-12, and then the first pick in 801.
Yeah, so again, I kind of want to shore up that infield here. I'm not so worried about first base. Once you get past those first couple of guys, they're all kind of the same in my opinion for like super deep. And so I'm already past all those guys. So I'm going to take Jonathan India and shore up my infield here. I've got everything but first base, so I'm happy there. And then let's see here. It recommends Dylan Cease, Justin Verlander. Where do I got Verlander?
I'm a fan of Verlander.
I am, but I've already taken DeGrom. I don't know if I can do both of those guys.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in with the old injured guys. Now, yeah, because I'm not loving the outfielders right now. I mean, it's recommending Cody Bellinger.
Because I took them all.
Yeah, you did, jerk. You know what? Let's do it, man. Let's go Verlander. I like it.
All right, I love that.
Let's get risky. Let's get crazy.
Did you get a little emoji on that one from the Draft Wizard? I feel like that's an emoji-worthy pick. I don't know.
I didn't see anything, but I do have it on kind of split screen, so I don't know if
I'll talk to the development team because that deserves some kind of emoji. Stanton, Anyo Cruz at 803, Max Muncy 804, Clase, Presley. So my two closers I was looking at are gone. Dylan Cease gone, Edwin Diaz gone. My queue is empty. 8-9, Carlos Correa gone. Then Rendon, Chapman back up to me. Let's see what I got in my bag of tricks. Definitely a couple pitchers here I still like, so I feel pretty good about this one. Looking at some of the available hitters, though, that's the thing right now. It's a little trickier in that infield as I've got 20-something seconds here. So I think what I'm going to do first is take the pitcher. This is really tough. Trevor Rogers, Yu Darvish, and Alek Manoah. I like all of these guys. I'm a little worried about the age of Yu Darvish. I know he had the injury last year, so I'm going to take Trevor Rogers because I'm just a huge fan of him. And I'm going to go ahead and consider doubling up here. I just want to look at who else is available in that middle infield because, as Joe alluded earlier, that can kind of get I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be super trendy. Here we go. You ready for this at the 901? You ready? Bobby Witt Jr. Let's go.
You did it.
Let's do it. 9-1. Right. Let's go. All right, let's see how this goes. Christian Yelich goes right after me. I can tell your disdain for me, and it's making my heart smile. Yelich, then Yu Darvish at 903, Jazz Chisholm 904, Kenley Jansen 905, Blake Trinan, his hardest 906, Carlos Rodon at 907, McClanahan, Manoah, who's the other guy I was strongly considering there, then Mitch Haniger, Kyle Schwarber. Those are two outfielders you could have lived with. Joe Bond, it's back to you for 912.
Yeah, and outfield's kind of where I'm looking right now. Bellinger's sitting on top. I still can't do it, man. I've seen clips and just heard a lot of analysis from people that he just looks lost up there still. He can't hit. So I'm going to go with Jesse Winker, who's now in Seattle, and hopefully he can still produce out there away from Cincinnati to give me my third outfielder. And then let's just see what's kind of out there.
Let's just take a gander.
Value pick. I got something. There we go.
There you go.
So
that is a good value pick. I think people were down on him with the move to Seattle. Maybe the power goes down a little bit, but I think Winker's a very good hitter regardless.
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking at first base here. I don't want to get too far down the list, and I am a huge fan of Jared Walsh this year, so I'm going to pull the trigger on that one.
Love that pick, dude. I'm a huge Jared Walsh guy. I was last year also. So very nice work. I've definitely got some addressing to do with the third base side myself at some point here, trying to get some corner help. Bellinger does go in this round, though. So right after you took Walsh, here's a little run for you. Crone, Mountcastle, Bellinger, LeMahieu. So there goes first base. Tommy Edman goes at 10:06. Blake Snell, 10:07. Reese Hoskins, 10:08. Grandal, Romano, Framber, Valdez, and then me at the 10-12, 11-1 turn. So right now, looking at my team, got Olsen, Turner, Witt, Alvarez, Martinez, Reynolds. The pitching is Rogers, Peralta, and Giolito. So what do I want to draft next? This is tricky here. The draft wizard right now is telling me Clayton Kershaw is the top lift. I don't know how comfortable I am with Clayton Kershaw. I got to be honest with you. This is kind of a tricky one, but that Dodger team is so damn good, Joe. I mean, I think I got to take the shot here. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I don't love it. I really don't.
Get your 120 innings.
What's that?
Your elite 120 innings.
Yeah, I mean, but I get it. I totally get it.
That's good, though.
I got to take one closer here too, so I'll go ahead and take Gallegos and just get some saves also. I think
right now the hitting I'm not happy about.
well, you know what, dude? I'm looking at the board right now, and none of these hitters for me move the needle. So it's like, what is? And whenever you get, I always say, build roster strength, then worry about what you need. If I can't build roster strength with anybody, I want to pivot to something that's going to help me, that's going to help me across and contribute. So after 11:02, Cruz, the Nelson Cruz, of course, Torres, Varsho, Joey Votto, Tyler Mahle, Nadia Valdi, Jack Flaherty at 11:08, other Will Smith from Atlanta, the pitcher, also not the slapper, 11:09. Then Chris Bassett 11:10, Josh Bell at 11:11, Joe Bond, make a wish, it's 11:12.
So I actually do want to get another closer. I want to build a strength there. Could go between a couple of different guys here. I like Melanson is getting a bunch of chances there. I like Rogers from Minnesota, but I'm gonna go Corey Knebel. I don't ever know how to pronounce it.
Corey Knebel.
I like him. Yeah, that's what I always say. I don't even know if that's actually how you say it, but I do it.
It is how I.
That
say
was a reach for apparently, but I don't care.
It's all right.
It's not a reach, guys. It's not a reach. You got to build the relief pitching. It's just a reach for the draft software, which I understand. Going here, I could build another starter, but I'm gonna pass here. So I'm gonna go click on. Can I just click on hitters here? Let's see, Austin Meadows. Oh no, that's not the right list. Let's see here. Who's it? Joey Gallo. I can't do it in an average league. Gurriel is not powerful enough all over the board here. It's giving me a really crummy list of just.
You got 15 seconds, buddy.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. You know what? Let's go catcher. I'm gonna do Wilson Contreras. I kind of like it.
I kind of like that. Again, outside the box. I
wasn't expecting him to sit there in round what? That's 12.
12
almost. Yeah.
It is.
So it was the 12th.
It is the 12th. Yeah. First pick of the 12th round was Contreras. Then after that, you've got Dansby Swanson, Yohan Moncada, Mark Melanson, Willie Adams, then Pablo Lopez, who was on my queue there, Cronenworth, Meadows, Gresham, Chris Taylor, Joey Gallo, and then to me. All right, could certainly use some more outfield. Could use more pitching. I think that's what we could all use, right? Can't get enough of either of those things. All right, I think you're looking at the starting pitchers going there. I think this guy's going to get traded, and I think he's going to get traded to a better team. So I'm going to go ahead and take Sean Manaea here, continue to build that rotation a little bit, because I do think, I got a thumbs up value pick. Thanks, Draft Wizard. I appreciate your approval of my life. Then we have looking at catchers. I'm not a fan of the catchers here. There is a power guy in the outfield I do like. I wonder if it's too soon. I'm going to go ahead and take Justin Turner coming off a really good season. I know he's a huge risk too, but I need a third baseman. So let's go ahead and just take this and try to up the power. Oh, I got another thumbs up. Draft Wizards, stop it. Draft Wizards totally slide into my DMs after this draft trying to ask me to drinks. All right, let's go to the next one. After Justin Turner goes Miles Straw, the guy we were talking about before, 1302. Then we have Avisail Garcia, Ian Anderson, Matt Chapman, Marcell Ozuna, Michael Conforto, who doesn't have a team, but he's on a team here. Poor Michael Conforto. Sonny Gray at 1308, Shane Boz, Anthony Rizzo, Jared Kelenic. Michael Conforto is becoming the Baker Mayfield here. He's just the guy without a place, I feel like. Let's go to you, Joe Bond, for the pick in the 13th to close it out and to start out the 14th.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the top of the board here, and I totally agree with it. Eduardo Rodriguez. I mean, he came off that bad year where he took the year off with COVID and just couldn't really get things rolling last year. But I think he's going to really bounce back this year. Wins maybe not there, but I like the K potential, so I'm doing that one. And then I probably want to attack either corner middle infielder or outfielder. I'm looking at like a Verdugo. I got a steal. All right.
Nice.
John Means is yeah.
Nice.
Lourdes Gurriel, I mean, just kind of safe a batting average. I know I have taken some hit on batting average here, so he could be a pretty safe pick for me. Just kind of want to take a quick glance at the rest of the outfielders. I got Renfroe, which is a big power bat, but drain on batting average. Verdugo is kind of meh to me. Soler is a big power bat, but I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet. I think I'm going to go Gurriel, and let's see what happens.
See what happened. I love the Eduardo Rodriguez pick.
And I got another steal. All right.
Oh my goodness! Look at us. The Draft Wizard finally has come to love and respect us after all of these years of mocking me. After you go ahead and take your guy, Zach Gallen goes at 1402. That's a nice value there. Ranger Suarez at 1403. Oh, Michael Kopech, screw you, Draft Wizard, 1404. Takes my dude. Takes my other dude too. After Garcia, Clevenger goes. Then Stevenson, the other Garcia from Houston goes. Jorge Soler, Seiya Suzuki, Ryan McMahon, and I'm pissed off right now. Draft Wizard and I are totally breaking up. We're just not going to hang out anymore. I'm going to go ahead and take another closer here with Taylor Rogers because I just need one here. Looking around.
Took it like 4 rounds ago.
I know. Crazy. I'm like, he's still there. I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I'm just going to lock in one more. Now it's looking, do I want to keep going corner stuff? I could do that. There's Donaldson. There's Brian Hayes. Those kind of guys are available. I'm pissed off. I wanted one of those other guys to make it back to me with the starting pitcher RP guys. I'm just pissed off right now. I like Logan Gilbert quite a bit. Patrick Sandoval is another one that's really interesting. Everybody I've had on the show seems to absolutely love Patrick Sandoval. So I think that Angels team is going to do pretty well. So I want to take that whip. You know what? I'm going to look at the all. I'm going to go one more time and just see what the suggested are because it's suggesting Adolis Garcia to me, which scares the heck out of me because of the batting average. I don't know if I could do that, Joe. I really don't. I think I'm going to have to pass on that. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Sandoval, and it's probably going to give me a reach alert would be my guess. But no reach alert.
No, I think that's pretty spot on. I think he's in range for this territory here that we're in.
There's a couple other hitters that I'm entertaining, but again, none of them really, to me, think game-changing kind of guys. I think that's where I'm at. So after I took Sandoval at 1501, the rest of the 15th round is Wainwright, Donaldson, who I was considering, Carlson, Logan Gilbert, who I was strongly considering, Jake McGee, Brian Hayes, Ty France, Stroman, Verdugo, who you were just talking about 2 rounds ago, Herman Marquez at 1511. Now, Joe, you're up for 1512 and 601.
I am super mad that France got taken. That was not part of the plan. Okay, time to pivot. So let's do the next best thing, I suppose, in there. And I'm gonna go Trey Mancini to give me my corner infielder. And I also think he's gonna get some outfield. Yeah, I mean, all the Orioles stuff back here. That's cool. I also got another steal. That's 3 in a row, guys. Just to let you know. I'm not bragging at all.
No.
And then, starting pitching starting to get a little, getting in that territory where they're all just kind of like they're just guys, and they're gonna have good days, bad days. It's just sort of what you like and what you need. I actually think I'm going to pass, and let's see what outfielder has here. We still got Adolis Garcia. I cannot do it. I just cannot.
I tried to consider it, man. I really did.
You know what? I actually want to get a little bit more speed here because I have passed on a bunch, and I'm going to go Robbie Grossman to kind of give me a power speed guy to fill it out here. Value pick. All right.
I like that. I think Robert Grossman's a great pick. Scott Bogman would love that pick. I can tell you right now. He's been a big Grossman supporter. All right. I'm glad I locked in that closer when I did, too. I feel much better about it because now Duvall went off the board, too. So Barlow went off the board at 1602. Gurriel, then Eddie Rosario, Renfroe. Again, super pissed about that. Super pissed about Luis Severino. Also in my queue, gone. Benintendi at 1607. Rogers, Ryu. Adolis Garcia, thank you. I don't have to make that choice. And Camilo Duvall. So this is why I love using the Draft Wizard because it's a challenge. And this is what you need to have when you're trying to prepare yourself for your drafts. You want to be challenged. I'm going to go ahead and take some cheap steals here with Akil Baddoo. Yep. I'm going to Baddoo it up. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take – I got a value pick. Oh, look, I'm sliding up the board here, catching up to the value pick master here. Let's see what I could do. I want to take one of Welsh's dudes. I think I do. I think I could use a little bit more stolen bases, perhaps. So I'm going to take a mid Rosario also. So give me Rosario. Maybe I get that 20 upside. Maybe I just end up with 12 to 15. I'll take that shot there. So in terms of the roster right now I just need to fill that corner spot, the outfield, and the utility. I'm so mad that Hunter Renfroe was gone. So mad because I couldn't believe he was still on that board. Kybert Ruiz goes at 17-2. Tariq Skubal, 1703. Syndergaard, Kirilloff was the other guy I really wanted to take there, but I went steals. I sold out to the man, and I'm so upset. Michael Brantley, Dominic Smith, Luke Voigt, Craig Kimbrell, Lance McCullers, Jose Urquidy, and then 1712 and 1801 is up to you, Joe.
Oh, I'll tell you what, man. Middle infield has really thinned out here. I just realized
the herd has been thinned.
Might have to reach just slightly on some guys here, but there is one at the very top who I still really like. The power is not really there, but the run potential is there, and the batting average is going to be there too. And it is Gene Segura going to give me my middle infield, and then go ahead, do it again. You're going to call me a homer, but I'm going to pick John Means. So look, strikeouts really aren't
going 18, you got to take that.
Strikeouts aren't there, but man, the ratios are going to be there. You know, they pushed out those fences. I think it's going to limit his home runs and just make him even better.
I agree. I think that's an excellent pick there. So nice work there, buddy. Nice work. All right, let's see what the draft board looks like as we continue on here. After Joe takes John Means, you got David Bednar going next. Mitch Garver, nice pick there at 1803. Ramon Liriano, Charlie Blackmon, Louis Urias, Desclafani, Escobar, Trevor Bauer. You gotta love the Trevor Bauer pick. Kike Hernandez, Colton Wong, and then it's back up to me. So I want to pile on here with saves. I think I might. I'm one of these guys who's somehow, for some reason, buying into Soto. Like I just feel like, I think that's just the dude. It's gonna give me some strikeouts there. Probably gonna not be the greatest selection for some of my whip and ERA. I got the reach alert. That's fine. I just want the save, so just selling out there. All right, let's take a look. Oof, AJ Pollock. Am I ready to do that to myself? I don't know about that. Looking at what I need on my roster right now, I do have a corner spot open. All the guys I had were pitchers, so now I'm really up against it. I'm really up against it here, Joe. I think, once again, maybe I could get a little bit of everything here with Ian Happ. Maybe he gets me 8 steals. Maybe he gets me 25 bombs. I'll go ahead and take him with the other pick. That works for me. I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, I got the steal. Not 1, not 2, but 3 claps. Thank you. Thank you very much, Draft Wizard. Now we're friends again. Let's continue on and see what's going on here with the Wizard after I took Ian Happ at 1901, 1902, Carlos Carrasco, then Brandon Belt. I just can't take Brandon Belt. I can't do it. Tanner Houck, Jordan Montgomery, nice pickup there. Eugenio Suarez, 1906. Brendan Crawford, I just didn't really have the space. I didn't like him as utility. Randall Grichuk, Adley Rutschman, Adam Duvall, Joe Barlow, Joe Bond up at 1912 and 2001.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to double tap some pitcher here, save my utility player. There's not a ton of guys here that I like in the hitting department right now. I like Alex Wood. He's a good safe guy there, good ballpark. Not a high strikeout guy, but he's right there, average 9 per 9. So I'll take Alex Wood. And then just to kind of see what's out there, I'm just curious with the relievers. No, there's no closers I want. I'll pass on that. I've got 2 decent ones, so I'm gonna just go. Just gotta look.
Gotta look.
So I'm looking at my board here, and it might be it's not a reach according to the draft program here, but I thought it would have been. But Joe Ryan is a guy who I'm really excited about this year, and I'm going to take him as my 8th overall pitcher.
That was the one guy left that I was really considering, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the 3rd closer. It's something I rarely do here. I don't have the elite guy, so I went ahead and I took the guy who I just think the job is safe at the end of the day, and that's what I'm looking at. All right, so it made it all the way back to me before it did. Tristan McKenzie at 2002, John Gray, Yanoa Schwindel right out from under me. Joe Adele, oh, how did I miss that one? Bad Joe. Scope, Savali, Kendricks, Barnes, Dahlback. Now I'm just miserable because Joe Adele was still on the board and I didn't take him. How did I miss that before? Oh, so hard sometimes. Another power speed guy still available there. He's going to play, I assume, every day in Cincinnati. Tommy Pham. That's kind of an interesting one there. That might not be the worst pick, actually. Tell you the truth, strongly considering that one. Let's look at the Draft Wizard. Yeah, little cheap steals, little cheap power. I'm going to go ahead and take Tommy Pham.
I like it.
And then, again, just like Joe said, you could build steals with a little bit of everything. And as much as I can't stand this guy from a baseball point of view, look, he's a catcher. He's going to hit home runs. I could use some more home runs. Go ahead. I'm going to draft Gary Sanchez for some just low ass power at catcher. So whatever. Right. Gary Sanchez hit some home runs, try to catch the ball once in a while. All right. So after Gary Sanchez goes, you then have Garrett Whitlock at 2102, Tyler Glasnow, which again, that's a waste of a pick this year. He's not going to pitch. Anthony Santander, Alex Cobb, Heimer Candelario, nice pickup there. Austin Hayes, Harrison Bader, Andrew Vaughn, Cal Quantrill, Nicky Lopez, Joe Bond up for his last two picks at 21-12 and 22-01.
Yeah, I mean, look, nobody's gonna give me a good batting average right now, so I'm just gonna go with the most pop potential here, and that is gonna be Miguel Sano as my utility guy. It's gonna boost me in runs, in RBI, in home runs, which I needed pretty bad. And then it's hanging on me here. I can't filter. What's going on? Oh, what's
filter now.
Oh, yeah, there it goes. I see what it did. Ooh, man, pitching. Whew.
Yeah.
it got
hit
bad
it hard in the middle there. I really did.
I obviously I only have one left. I mean, you got Steven Matz, who's just kind of a guy. Casey Mize is looking pretty good in spring so far. I mean, I might go him. See, I know I need K's. Let's see, Pavetta, Gibson, Corbin, Kikuchi. Yeah, I'm gonna try Mize and just hope it works out for me. Oh, where'd he go?
Casey Mize. You might as well just take a shot on the young guy.
You know what? He disappeared, so I'm going to have to take Kikuchi. I refiltered and it was gone. Kikuchi's fine.
Oh, no. Kikuchi it is. Well, we could say it's I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, statistically,
that's probably not going to matter.
You hope Mize takes a step forward, but you never know. Rojas, Bailey Ober, another young Twins pitcher, 2204. Zanino, Elias Diaz at 05. Darno, here's the catcher run. Then Lou Trevino, Vasquez, Matz, Devin Williams, Jesus Aguilar goes right before me. Oh, come on. All right. That's to me. So what do you think here? I could take Connor Joe or Alec Baum or AJ Pollock. What would you do? You know those guys. You just cheap out and take the Colorado guy? You hope that Alec Baum starts.
I mean, I might take the risk and take Connor Joe and hope that Colorado actually plays the guys they should, but I don't know.
Well, they did deal Tapia, so I think that's helpful. That's the way I was leaning. Well, I got a B+.
I got an
A.
I
didn't win this draft. Oh, Joe, once again, this
95 out of 100.
87 out of 100. I'm a disappointment to myself and others, but well done there. Let's look at the projected standings here. Again, I'm always a second Joe. Let's look and take a look at Joe Bond's draft. So Joe Bond is number 1 overall with that 95. Well done. Slow clap for you. I am at number 5 at 87. And then not bad. So let's take a look at this main page here. When you see on the right, you have the draft insights. You have your steals, the things you did well. It says that Scott Youngson, a fantasy mutant, likes my draft. I am a big X-Man fan, so that's good. The steals for me were Ian Happ in the 19th round and Tommy Pham in the 20th, so that was pretty good. I reached on Soto. I did. Joe Ryan would probably be the other guy that I would have taken there. My top players are Trey Turner, Matt Olson, JD Martinez. It says, if you had drafted Starling Marte and a first baseman later, I'd be significantly higher, perhaps. But again, I don't know what Marte is health-wise / ability to steal 40 bags again. I don't know if that's going to happen with the Mets. We shall find out. So when you look at the front page here, what does it say for you? Who liked your draft the most?
It says the site projections for Roto Champ. Apparently my own rankings don't like my own draft, so that's interesting. You'd think it would, but no. And then it said my top player, Jacob deGrom, shocker. If I had drafted Mike Trout at 2.1 and drafted a pitcher later, your score would have been significantly higher.
Oh, how much higher could it get?
Although it liked Jacob deGrom, so that's kind of strange. Steals were Erod, Gurriel, and Mancini, which were those 3 in a row that I had, so that makes perfect sense that I'm seeing that. The reach was Knebel, which is what I saw, so that's there. And it said categorically good. Your team projects to be top 4 in runs, home runs, RBI, Ks, and WHIP. So, yeah.
All right. If you click on the expert opinions, it'll tell you who else in terms of experts liked your draft, give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Guess who gave me a thumbs up? Some guy from Fantasy Six Pack named Joe Bond.
Hey, all right.
Freddie Peralta, Sean Manial, Akio Badu. He likes all those guys, so as Joe Bond says. And I don't know what happened here. This is the first draft I've ever done where Scott Bogman doesn't like it. So Scott Bogman is like every single one of my drafts. Not only has he turned on me, but my colleague Pat Fitzmaurice has also turned on me. So we're going to have a meeting after this show with everybody. When it comes to expert opinions, who liked your draft and who gave it a thumbs down?
So obviously the Roto Champ guys, Fred Zinke, Nick Mariano, Ariel Cohen, that's a good one. Michael Petropoulos. Good one too. Thumbs down, Joe. Come on, man.
I gave you a thumbs down?
Yeah, man.
I'm just jealous. That's all it is. It's just my jealousy because you beat
Chris Clegg, Corbin Young.
Chris writes for us, yep.
Lucas Spence, and Sportsline. So... yeah, I mean, some good names on both sides. Like and don't like me. So
you can't pay attention to mine, Joe. It's just because I'm just jealous of the fact you beat me. You just did. So
you're in the back end going down. No,
don't do it. Oh, I gotta be honest with you. I mean, let's go through the teams now because you had Wilson Contreras at catcher, Miguel Sano at first, Jonathan India at second, Trevor Story at shortstop, Austin Riley at the corner. Then you have Jared Walsh, Gene Segura. In the outfield, you have Kyle Tucker, Tyler O'Neill, Jesse Winker, Lourdes Gurriel, Robbie Grossman, Trey Mancini. What do you think of the offense you've built here in this draft, Joe?
Yeah, I think it's pretty balanced. I'm not like top of the board of anything. I actually when I was looking at it during the draft, at one point I was like second in average, and then I guess I took Miguel Sano and dropped. Shocking.
What a shock.
But I'm right in the middle of stolen bases, which is something I kind of strive for. I really don't ever see myself winning that category because what you're going to see is, right, so Team 4 is supposed to be the ones winning that category. Well, let's look at where he is normally in all the other categories. RBIs in the middle, home runs in the middle, and then runs, which you kind of expect with stolen bases guy, he's up top. Mm-hmm. But he's like bottom for batting average. So like I would bet that his overall hitting categories isn't great, but I'm top 3 for runs, top 4 for home runs, top 4 for RBI, and then I'm middle for average and stolen bases. So it balances a little bit better for me. So I like the offense the way that I built it. The Contreras one was kind of a panic pick because the timer was running down, but I think it works out.
But it's a strong power team, and I think at the end of the day, if you're going to sacrifice stolen bases, sacrifice it for power. That's because if you get those power guys, it's going to track for runs, it's going to track for RBI. If you're gonna pass on the big steal guys, just make sure you are crushing the power categories. That's my take on all of this. From the pitching staff, Jacob deGrom, Raiso Iglesias, Justin Verlander, Eduardo Rodriguez, John Means, Corey Knebel, Alex Wood, Joe Ryan, and Yusei Kikuchi / Casey Mize. We'll give him a slash there. So what are your feelings about this pitching staff? I mean, clearly DeGrom and Verlander, if they look like they did, when they're healthy, certainly it's a pretty good staff. But how do you feel about the pitching when you're looking back at it now?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we were drafting some bench guys, I probably would have gone after one more late closer to kind of give me a little bump in saves. So that's something where I think I would have actually improved a little bit on because I only took 2. But, I try to go after guys where, especially early on, I go after guys where ratios won't kill me. And that's another reason why I've gone after 2 early-ish save guys. Because later on, like no matter who you get later on in the draft, yes, we're going to find the Kevin Gausmans in round 18, 19 again this year somewhere. But to rely on that is hard. So those guys, just like you do in hitting, where you take those later guys, they're going to kill you in batting average. The later guys for pitching are going to kill you in ratios. So I try to build that up and get a safe floor for that, which is what I did. So I'm 5th in ERA and 2nd in WHIP. And, I always try to go after high strikeout guys as much as possible without killing the ratios early on. Mm-hmm. Wins are so unpredictable.
I never pay attention. If I'm behind on wins, that's the one where I roll my eyes. I just want to be middle of the pack and win. Yeah. That's all that I care about because they're so arbitrary.
Maybe if I'm looking at 2 guys and it's like a flip of the coin and one plays for the Yankees and one plays for the Orioles, fine. Maybe I'll take the guy for the Yankees because he's probably going to win a couple extra games. It's that kind of thing. But in the long run, I mean, that's why I took John Means where I did, because his ratios, I think, are going to be very good. So
I agree. That certainly can only help him, the ballpark adjustment. All right, let's run through my team and get Joe's thoughts, since Joe clearly is my daddy in this draft. It's more important what he thinks than what I think. Gary Sanchez at catcher, Matt Olson at first base, Trey Turner at second, shortstop Bobby Witt, third base Justin Turner. I'm investing in good offensive ecosystems. The Braves, the Dodgers, that's what I'm trying to do. Then Connor Joe, Ahmad Rosario, Jordan Alvarez, JD Martinez, Brian Reynolds, Ian Happ, Akil Baddoo, and Tommy Pham. What do you think of the offense here, Joe?
So I like your speed with Witt and Turner. If Witt really shows up like I think a lot of people expect, you've got some power. I mean, Turner's a power bat. Matt Olson obviously is a power bat. You took that late catcher. Sanchez gonna be a batting average drain most likely, but yeah, I mean he could hit 30 bombs pretty easily. Alvarez, I love him. JD Martinez, in my opinion, is a guy who I not really sure why he keeps falling to where he does in drafts.
I
seem to be.
I saw him there and I was like, I got to take him just to price and force, basically.
I seem to be taking him a lot earlier than most. I've got him on a lot of teams, so hopefully he works out. The back end of your outfield is, it's
a little sus. You could say
Baddoo and Pham.
If you hammer my outfield,
but
okay.
Again, you took them for for categorical need. You got them for a little bit of speed, a little bit of power. So I think they're good picks. They're not sexy picks by any means, but it's why you took them for a reason, and their team fits. And sometimes you got to do that.
They can't all be Lourdes Gurriels. Like, and not every pick can be sexy like that, or Robbie Grossman. All right, let's get your take on the pitching staff here. Lucas Giolito, Freddie Peralta, Trevor Rogers, Kershaw, Minaya, then Patrick Sandoval, and I've got three closers theoretically: Gallegos, Rogers, and Soto. Your thoughts on this staff?
I like your. Where did it go? There we go. I like your staff, actually. I was really mad you took Peralta. I was kind of hoping he'd come back to me. Rogers, I think, is gonna be really good there as well. I like him. Kershaw's the one sort of. I'm not sure. I don't know what to think with him. But Minaya, I agree with you. I think Oakland will end up trading him. And then Gallegos, I was eyeing him as my second my second closer. You got him as your first, but I like him a lot. And then getting Taylor Rogers there as your second closer as well. And then Soto could be, if he actually gets all the work in Detroit, as I kind of think he should. Your save potential there is great with three fairly cheap guys. Fairly cheap.
And again, I don't see the competition coming for them, really. I feel like that's always been my thing. I'm like you, the Welsh, all those people who say, if you get one of those elite closers or two of them early, awesome. And if you don't, just let the market come to you, because the worst thing you could do, I feel like, is reach in that middle tier of closer where there's some uncertainty, and then you end up missing on really solid outfield bats or really solid corner bats or things like that, because those guys are harder to find. You can always find guys off the waiver wire for saves because it's a constant carousel of new characters coming in. Joe Bond, this was a fantastic experience. Congratulations on besting me. You deserved your A. You got that. Again, you can follow Joe on Twitter at F6P_Joe. Check out his work at Fantasy Six Pack. Joe, what else you guys got going on there nowadays?
We're obviously baseball, but we're tapping into some NFL draft stuff. Fantasy football is always a thing. We're finishing up basketball and hockey right now. We're doing hockey. We're even doing F1 racing. So we got a little bit of everything. So come and check us out, fantasysixpack.net.
Now, do you have to have a six pack to write for you? That's the question.
I mean, it's not a requirement, but let's just say it might get you in the door a little faster. No, I'm kidding.
Hashtag stay on brand. That's what you do.
No.
Oh, it's okay. Well, that's good.
We are not a frat.
There you go. All right, bro. For all those bros and gals out there who want to make sure that you stay on top of all of the latest in our fantasy baseball coverage here at Fantasy Pros, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, that's youtube.com/fantasypros MLB. make sure you're subscribing to the MLB channel separately. They're two different channels. You got the Fantasy Pros, you got the Fantasy Pros MLB. They're both fun and amazing, but we're trying to give some love to the MLB channel because that's where leading off is going to be. And while you're at it, click that notifications bell and then go to fantasypros.com /contest /MLB contest. Pardon me. You know, I'm so used to doing the football show all the time, and they're two different contests, so I apologize. It's fantasypros.com I can't even do it now. It's fantasypros.com /MLB contest. My goodness, somebody needs to reboot me. I am clearly in need of a reboot here today.
Have you had your coffee this morning?
I did have my coffee, but I don't know, man. Some days it just doesn't kick in right away. So you go to fantasypros.com /MLB contest, which I've said now 50 times. So somebody please go there and win yourself an Austin Riley jersey. Thanks to our friends at pristineauction.com. It's autographed by Austin Riley. I cannot tell you if it smells like him or not. I am not privy to that information. All I know is it could be yours just for being part of our MLB channel. And make sure you're running 5,000 mock drafts before your drafts are going on at fantasypros.com /draft wizard, where you can get the latest in the technology of mock drafts. I'm telling you, if you want to dominate your league, this is the way to do it, is to go out there and run these simulations, get in these mock draft rooms, use the multi-user draft software. You can do amazing things here. And if you're a premium member, if you've got keepers in your league, you can set the keepers, run the draft. It's fantastic. I'm telling you, this is the place to be to get ready and prepared. And that's fantasypros.com /draft wizard. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For my buddy Joe Bond, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.
Thanks for tuning in to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out our featured videos. And while you're at it, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Fantasy Pros, so you can get the latest news and updates to give you the edge you need in your fantasy league.